just like snow. Patrick, man, let me in, please open the door. She never stood a chance.
Wow, what a chilling
comes to dance.
What a chilling melody. Welcome back, my name is Sean Walrus, I'm a bass guitar coach, and this is my first time reaction and analysis of Ren's The Tale of Jenny and Screech. From what I know, this is a compilation of the 3 parts, which involves the 3 tales from Jenny, Violet, and Screech, was it? Yes, I'm excited for this. You guys have requested for this, and I've never heard this in my life. I like to go in completely blind, so I'm genuinely excited to see what Ren brings with this 3-part trilogy. That's what trilogy means. 3 parts. As always, I will listen out for the chords, the rhythms, the arrangements, the composition, and if you enjoy fun and nerdy music stuff, make sure you're subscribed for more. Let's explore what makes this trilogy musically interesting. Let's go. Interesting. How interesting. It's a little bit of a medieval kind of vibe. Nice. That's very interesting.
It was a quiet dark night in an empty street somewhere in London City. Jenny walked alone, she was dragging her feet. She was heading back home to sleep. Well, she knew this town, she knew this floor, because she walked it about 1,000 times before. She wanted to escape. Can you blame? Well, on the very same night, in a different place, there was this hooded young youth by the name of James. He was 14 years old and out of his brain. He'd been smoking ganja with the boys. James, he grew up to be a kid of the street. His mates called him Screech. He was quick on his feet. He was a liar, a thief. At 14 years old, the devil had set his sights on his soul. As Jenny walked home all alone, she felt scared. Usually she was alright, but it was like there was something in the air. A divine intervention telling her to beware, maybe intuition bugging her and making her so scared. Sirens sounded in the distance to the beat of Jenny's feet. A symphony of the night that echoes crime on London streets. Jenny turns a corner, their eyes they meet. Up or go Jenny, a boy named Screech. Give me all your money, bitch, give it to me. If you cooperate, then you'll soon be free. I want your purse, your phone, don't fucking look at me. I mean it, bitch, are you listening to me? Jenny freezes statue like a lady shakes stalactite. Feel like liquid nitrogen in the dark night. She tried to find strength to move, but stayed as still as a statue in high-heeled shoes. What the hell you playing at? You playing games with me? I swear to fucking God, I'll slice the rosy off your cheeks. You think I don't mean it, go? You don't know me. The last thing you see will be a boy code. Screech reached with the sheath of the blade, with the teeth that could bite through steel and slice concrete, and he swung possessed with the devil in his chest, and the statue she was turned to butter in her breath. It was a quiet dark night in an empty street somewhere in London City.
Alright, you know, the chords have remained pretty much the same throughout, but what I love about what he does is just his storytelling. Not just with the words, you know, obviously telling the story, the tone in which he tells it, but the way he paces it out. You see, in a situation where it's just single musician, one vocalist, one guitar, you have the luxury of not having a metronome in your ear, keeping time for you. You have the flexibility, the freedom to adjust the tempo according to the story, the way he pauses in between certain phrases, just to let the previous phrase sink in. I think that's a brilliant method. It's also used in public speaking. When you speak and you pause, you know, it allows the audience to absorb whatever you just said, especially if it was something profound or something you want to really highlight. And I think he does that so well. I can even hear in his vocal delivery, the way he embodies the characters is one, but even as the narrator, he changes the delivery. Sometimes it's a little bit forward, sometimes it's a little bit back. And I feel like he has quite an acute sense of his vocal vocal anatomy in being able to manipulate it to produce different tones depending on which part of the story it is. So just want to point that out, how he's able to use all that in a very stripped down, limited configuration to provide dynamics, where usually dynamics would be created in how the instruments are arranged, the parts, who comes in when and all that, but it's just one person here. So you got to be really creative in making the track engaging and dynamic throughout. I think he's really done that so far.
Jenny lay still on the cold concrete. She's found
See, he's slowed down
somewhere
a little
to
bit.
sleep. Well, she knew this town, she knew this floor, 'cause she'd walked it about 1,000 times before. I guess that she escaped. It's such a shame.
Nice. Different chord. So that was Jenny's Tale. So this should be Screech's Tale. Great guitar playing as well. Well, even before he says anything, I think just the playing alone tells me that maybe this Screech person, because of the frantic playing, he might have a very frantic personality. Perhaps, I'm just guessing here, perhaps someone not quite as stable, perhaps someone who is unpredictable, maybe prone to impulsive decisions. Again, I'm not sure, but this is just based on the playing that he's been doing, you know, at the start where it's really busy, full of different notes, and the part where he did a lot of pull-offs and on the guitar and lots of notes. So you see how this ages, if my prediction is accurate or not.
Our story, it starts right at the end. At the life of poor Jenny, clocked out like
Nice
Big
a
Ben.
waltz kind of
This
rhythm.
Screech, dear boy, where
two,
did
three.
he go?
1, 2,
He melted into the black night just like snow. Patrick, man, let me in, please open the door. I think I fucked up, Patrick, really fucked up, man, I'm not sure. I got crazy, left this lady lying still on the floor. I think I killed her, Patrick, come on, man, I can't knock no more. But Screech kept on knocking till his knuckles became sore. But there's no sign of Patrick down
Love
at
how he
number
changes it up.
54. No refuge for our villain, for the bitter hands of fate, with something far more sinister in mind that does away.
See the pause.
Hey, babe, you in? Nah, nothing really, I'm just a bit tired, listen. Can I swing around yours for a few moments? I just really miss you, babe. What the fuck do you mean you're busy? You fucking bitch! For fuck's sakes!
Oh yeah, I think I was right.
Siren sounds approaching like a banshee in
Unpredictable.
the night. The shrill cry of justice cutting like the sharpest knife. But Screech was never one to run, not one to miss a fight. One hand upon his blade, he turned to face the blue lights. Come on then, you fucking cunts, let's fucking have you then. I am Screech, I'm the boss, I'm the ender of men. You think that uniform you're wearing means that you own these streets? These are my fucking streets, and they call me fucking Screech. Richard was an officer who stood at 6'3", working London on the night shift. What he didn't think he'd see was a boy
see,
running
same
at
chords,
him
but
like an animal
changing up the way he plays.
With no time to hesitate, he fired 4 bullets at Screech's
Oh, wow.
chest.
Oh. Cool direction.
Story, it ends right looked at the star, young Screech and poor Jenny lying 1 street apart. An officer shaken by the boy that he claimed. 2 bodies lay lifeless, and it's such a shame.
I just love how the video utilizes this angle, which is sometimes called a Dutch angle, where it's meant to portray disorientation, confusion. Of course, it makes sense. He's a character on the ground, right? So definitely there would be some sense of disorientation. Even visually, just overall how this video was directed, I think it's just so cohesive, not just with the tones and dynamics that he's doing with the guitars and his voice. I love how the visuals as well come into play here. And just now I was pointing out, the portion where Richard, the police officer, came. He was playing the same chords for a couple of sections and just changing up the way he played them. So it might have been quite plucky at a point, and then when I think the police officer came up towards Screech, then he started strumming a bit more frantically just to create a dynamic of urgency. I think that was just really cool.
It's such a shame.
Nice ending chord. So that must be the end of Screech's tale. Violet's tale. Who's Violet? New character. He definitely has this medieval vibe to his playing, yeah. Nice. I love how he just plucks that E string so that it slaps right back on the fret and just sustains. Wow, cool reverb on his voice. Probably done in post-production, that reverb. Presuming he's recording it here live.
London City, far from pretty, 2005. A lady down in Paddington is fighting just to stay alive. Rhythmic beeps and bloodstains, she saw a lady weep. She's tired and frail. To set the scene, we must rewind the hands of time for Violet's tale.
Oh, interesting chromatic ascent into like a transition out of a certain mental state or mindset.
Violet was a silent girl, grew up with violent starts. Her mother was a drinker and her father was a bastard. Every night he took her tie but never left the room. I'll spare you with the things he did, I'm sure her mother knew. Violet was a silent girl, she moved out at 16. A semi-detached council flat, paid for by a welfare scheme. Packing shelves at Tesco, stacking jars like pickled bricks. She met a boy named Stevie and he was a little prick. Violet was a silent girl and Violet she fell fast. See, Stevie was a wrong un, but he sure knew how to charm her. Every night he took her tie but never left the room. History repeats itself, he'd paint her black and blue.
Oh my, sad story.
She never stood a chance. The
Wow, what a
devil
chilling,
comes to dance.
what a chilling melody. That I think that line that he sang, she never stood a chance. Like it's just so haunting because it's actually a really beautiful line around the minor scale. So the minor scale keeps it dark, and of course the story is kind of dark. But the way he sang it was really light and airy, which I guess contrasts really well with the subject matter of what it's trying to say. So never stood a chance it's just a really absolute statement, you know, perhaps as bleak as can be. And so contrasting that with that really flowy, airy, almost ethereal yet dark melody, I thought that was a brilliant piece of writing that he did there. So I just wanted to point that out. Let's just listen to that part again. I really like that.
Every night he took a tie, but never left the room. History repeats itself, he'd paint her black and blue and dark. She never stood a chance. The devil comes to dance.
And even the chords during that part, it's just full of tension.
Violet, why are you always so quiet? On her bedroom door and he's irate. He's been drinking and smoking, he's up late. And he stands by her bedside, she shakes, but her eyes stay shut. You fucking slut, I know you're up. And he pinches her eyelids and folds them up. Violet, why are you lying to me, Violet? She stays silent, things turn violent. That's the sound of his fists when they fall like a crashing pilot. Hit like hailstones, one to the collarbone, full force, full blown, blood splat, bone crack, knick knack, paddy whack, one to the jaw when the tooth spat, detach, fist connects and disconnects a bone. A quick deflect to misdirect the blow, but nonetheless his punches met her throat. Such a mess he's left her bruised and broke. Violet, why you always so silent, Violet? Why you such a little liar, Violet? Do you think I wanna do this, Violet? In character, she stays silent. Well, say something, Violet. Silence. Fucking say something, Violet. Silence. Wait. Say something, Violet.
What are those ambient
Not
sounds?
one word. She stays quiet.
Wow.
London City, far from pretty, 2005. A lady down in Paddington is fighting just to stay alive. The doctor, in a state of shock, saw something
Back to
here
the
so
beginning.
very wrong. See, Violet, she was pregnant. Poor Violet, she was 9 months gone. Turning to the doctor, Violet broke her silence and she cried, if I'm to die right here tonight, please let my baby stay alive. The doctor soon regained composure, called the surgeon to come in. As Violet's world turned to black, the curtains closed, the lights went dim. In London City, far from pretty, 2005. A lady down in Paddington just lost the fight to stay alive. A tragedy or a miracle, it happened on these very streets. Two twins aligned side by side. A girl named Jenny and a boy named Screech.
Wait, so I'm trying to draw the connection between Violet's story and Jenny and Screech's story. So Jenny and Screech are twins? They happen to lie in the same streets as Violet did. Maybe there's something I'm not catching. I tried to focus on the lyrics as much as I could while enjoying the music as well, but nonetheless, great storytelling. I mean, what more is there to say about Ren? He's a natural storyteller. He does so not just by his writing and his lyrics and wordplay, but really by the way he manipulates his guitar and his voice to create dynamics that's in line and cohesive with the story. The pacing, lovely, just musically very interesting. Thank you guys so much for this recommendation. And thank you for joining me on my Ren journey. Please comment below any other tracks you think I should check out by Ren. If you enjoyed this kind of a musical breakdown, you know what to do. Smash that like and subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you can catch all my future reactions and analyses. And if you want to be part of the Bass Coach Warriors community, where you can get early access to videos, vote on future reactions, make song requests, join our Discord chat. My Patreon link is in the description and on your screen right now. So thank you so much for geeking out with me today, and I will see you in the next video.